Hey, I'm Russ Richmond. I'm out here in Oregon. And when Jim Britz was leading us through finding persons of peace, we were praying that the Lord would lead us to a person of peace that we can disciple to baptism and then get out of the way as they baptize others. And just a couple of weeks, I told the story a little earlier, and this is kind of an update to it. So just in about 2 days later, I was stopped by someone on the street for if I had change in my pocket, and it actually got my attention because I had change in my pocket that day. I just felt like the Spirit was leading me to go back and have a burger with this guy. And after hearing his story and sharing some Bible stories with him, he seemed pretty rough, but he had a heart to learn more about Jesus. So we started meeting with him, and that's an interesting story because someone that we had trained in DMM about 8 months later, earlier, had met with this guy and had worked with him a little bit too. But just as we both started meeting with him, progress really started happening in his heart, and pretty soon he wanted to be baptized. So we kept going over the gospel with him and going over baptism, did some discovery Bible studies on that. And then he was pretty insistent that he wanted to be baptized in the ocean. And if you're in San Diego, that's not too intimidating, or Florida, but we're up in Oregon. And the day that we planned to baptize him is because the other guy was moving out of state. We picked this was the last day we could do it. There's this huge storm, and they were predicting like 15 to 18 foot waves and 43-degree water. And I was just really dreading that I'd be baptizing somebody, then they get sucked out the ocean and die. So anyway, instead of that happening, the guy said, this guy is a new believer. He's like, I think that something like Acts is going to happen. There's going to be a parting of the clouds and the sun's going to shine. And me and all my great wisdom and faith was rolling my spiritual eyes in the back, not having the faith that this young guy did. But sure enough, we did it. We went to the ocean. We found a calm spot. And believe it or not, after we pulled him up out of the water, and as we walked back to the shore shivering, the clouds had parted and the sun was shining. And so it was such an amazing day. And one of his prayers, because he was on the street, was that he didn't want to go back to the street after he was baptized. So some people pitched in to get him a hotel. And since then, the Lord has just provided a place for him to stay. And it's only been a few days. I mean, that was Friday. Now this is Wednesday. But so we're just taking steps and helping him out. And so we're even training him that he can use his voice and he can use his platform to disciple others. And so it's been an exciting journey. Thanks for praying for me, everyone who has, and for this guy named Mike.